Pokimane is back in some drama. If you don't know who she is, she's a streamer that a lot of people do not like. I think the last drama was her calling people broke for not buying her overpriced cookies.
If you're a broke boy, just say so.
But yeah, today there's like 3 parts to this situation. The first one is that she made some comments about Twitch streaming being very male dominated and basically implied some sexism type of stuff, which made people mad. Then the second thing is that she said that only white people didn't like Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance, so she made it like a racism thing to have an opinion on music. So, you know, we've already hit sexism and racism charges already. Apparently, she's also beefing with XQC, kind of implying that he might have lied about his $100 million contract. So there's like some random ego wars, like, I'm actually richer than you, bro, type of shit. So yeah, we're just gonna check this stuff out one by one, but what a throwback. If you were on YouTube a couple years ago, Pokimane would be in drama like every other week for like the dumbest shit, like copy striking videos. I think she was in drama with PewDiePie once. And then there's like a bunch of these weird pandering takes. So history kind of repeats itself, I guess. So starting off with this tweet by Dexerto, unfortunately, there aren't many huge female streamers, at least not on Kai and Speed's level. Pokimane says that the streaming scene is becoming more male dominated. Here's what she said about it on a podcast.
As much as I think Kai and Speed are incredible, also when I think of them, I think of how much the audience has changed over the years as well. They're both two like young dudes who do kind of like crazy wild things. Unfortunately, there just aren't that many huge female streamers, at least not on their level. Nowadays, the audience has gone more to being a lot of like younger dudes, which is amazing. I remember during the pandemic, I felt a much larger female presence, both in the audience and in regards to the streamers that we were seeing growing and becoming more popular.
Okay, so the thing about this is that she's not even correct. There's actually plenty of top female streamers, but a lot of them are VTubers, right? And VTubers are essentially these creators who don't use facecam, but instead they have like this animated avatar, usually of this type of like anime girl type of person. And yeah, they just make their expressions through that, and they still have the same type of, you know, different types of content like gaming, chatting, etc. And apparently they just don't count for some reason, even though they are real women behind the scenes, you know, working hard, entertaining people. Obviously, they're just talking through an avatar. It's kind of the same as not using your face cam, right? Except they're just using an avatar. So yeah, people were kind of mad at her for pretending that these VTubers don't actually exist. But my opinion on this is like, who actually cares? Because whoever is the most entertaining will be on top, right? And they will have the most viewers. And, you know, whoever can entertain the most kiddies will obviously get the top spot. It doesn't really matter if they're male or female or whatever. It's just like nobody is discriminating when they're watching. They're just kind of like, okay, who is entertaining me right now? They're not really thinking about it. Whoever like shows up on their feed and keeps them engaged, they're gonna keep coming back to, right? People replied saying, what? Iron Mouse is the highest subscribed female streamer on the platform. She was able to beat Kai and Speed's numbers last year. Yeah, so I don't know why she's sort of ignored some of these creators. Iron Mouse is also a VTuber who plays a bunch of games, I think, and she also broke like the sub record until like it got broken again. But there's a reason that men are bigger. It's because they're always doing crazy stuff. Speed literally goes around the world. Kai's always doing crazy stuff. Pokimane just watches video and hardly gives input, and very few female streamers are actually creating crazy content. See, the thing about Kai and Speed, I don't know much about them. I've watched them here and there, but I don't really know the meat of their content or whatever. But I just know they put on like crazy events and shit like that. And I think there's like Cutie Cinderella who does that as well, who's you know, Ludwig's girlfriend or a streamer herself. And when she puts on these events, she gets tons of crazy numbers as well. So it's not like people are specifically not choosing to watch female streamers here. They're just naturally gravitating to people who are doing the craziest stuff. Nobody's on their level because nobody's putting in the work to be on that level, and nobody's bringing that level of creativity. It has nothing to do with gender. Now, I did see some of Speed's streams where he's just like literally visiting like every country in the world or something, right? And that's a lot of travel. That's a lot of, you know, getting people engaged from all different countries. And well, I'm not gonna lie, some of the content is just him like, I don't know, just being chased around by fans and just kind of walking around. I personally don't really get it or whatever, but I can understand why it might be entertaining. But yeah, like, you know, if you end up doing stuff like that, yeah, people are gonna watch you. So it kind of just comes off salty on Pokimane's end. Tectone responded, he's another streamer. That's because no streamer is on Kai and Speed's levels. No one's grinding like them. No one's investing like them, male or female. Success isn't given. You have to earn it. Stop making this a gender thing. It's weird as frick. I don't watch any 3 of these streamers, but I do respect the hustle. Maybe the clips didn't go viral enough, but I don't see the type of grind out of Pokimane. I mean, she does sit down and watch other people's content. That is very taxing. Oh, wait, she does also eat a salad, guys. She does eat a salad. Optimus responded, Kaisenet has a celeb on stream every other day, it seems. He and Speed constantly do marathon streams and grind games. Meanwhile, 80% of female streamers we saw over the last 5 years were abusing hot tub metas or promoting OnlyFans accounts. I wonder why they're winning. Okay, I will say, I feel bad for female streamers who are just trying to make it like any other guy through like gaming or stuff like that, when there's other female streamers out here, you know, trying to get to the top using these weird, you know, degenerate type of things like promoting their OnlyFans accounts and, you know, doing like these, oh, I conveniently got banned. Oh, I'm getting railed on stream and got a 3-day ban. I have my whole butt visible on stream and I got like a 1-day ban. Like, and then these degenerate guys who are watching these streams go to other regular normal female streamers and they want them to do that shit when they're not like that. You know, they just want to game or whatever. Here's somebody saying, sorry, Pokey, plenty of people watch women, they just don't watch you. Real men watch VTubers. And here we got a pic of the most popular female streamers, and there are a bunch of VTubers here. We got Miko, Fauna, Corone. I've never watched any of these people, but I'm aware that they're like sort of out there, right? It still surprises me to see how dehumanized VTubers get. There's a very real person behind the model, and they spend very real time and energy entertaining their audience. Yeah, so the thing about VTubers, the reason it has a bad reputation is that earlier on the internet, if you saw something like this, you'd immediately assume it's some sort of weird sexual content or just some degen weirdo behind the scenes, like this random like PDF file behind the scenes or whatever. But obviously that's not how it is now. All right, there's a bunch of people who are just using it as a sort of face cam proxy, and they're just doing regular content or whatever. And I don't think it makes you any less of a streamer, honestly. You know, I don't know. Do you guys watch any VTubers? Let me know. Now, there's also this clip. All huge female streamers are VTubers.
Get with the times. We don't like real women anymore. What, you mean these virtual women go online and make money and I have to spend 3 hours putting makeup on? Yep. Get over it, whore. Your days are over. Your womb is drying up. My womb is eternal.
All right, that clip was absolutely cursed. I have no idea what I just watched. Pokimane having to constantly shit on top male streamers to stay relevant while female VTubers outperform her with no sweat. Pokimane when she finds out hundreds of women surpassed her years ago. Listen, this is like the central problem with Pokimane. She basically turns every situation into some big issue like sexism, racism, whatever, which is fine when it's actually the case and there needs to be attention to it. But like, who is stopping female streamers from succeeding? Who is stopping you from doing the same shit that Kai and Speed do and getting a bunch of viewers, right? There's no law on the internet that's stopping this, all right? So it just kind of seems like you're salty, you ain't at the top, right? And let's be honest, nobody's complaining how OnlyFans is female dominated, all right? We all just sort of understand the reason why, all right? Also, I think it's kind of insulting to girl streamers as well. Like, nobody's asking you to speak up for them. Nobody wants to be gifted the top position. They want to earn it through their own hard work. Like, sure, Twitch and YouTube could change their algorithm and just, you know, start promoting women streamers, but it wouldn't even work because people would watch them one time and then they wouldn't come back because you can't really force feed content down people's throats, right? Yeah, they need to actually enjoy it and come back consistently over years and years. Now, Aspen Gold actually reacted to this. Here's what he was saying about it.
The funny thing is that she's actually right. And the reason why she's right is because women don't watch streams. So the problem is that because a lot of guys are watching streams, you have a lot of people that are watching streams for a male. What do men see value in with other men? Being funny, intelligence, relatability, you know, being able to be like, yeah, this guy would be my friend. Sure, humor, confidence, they just like you, right? And so it's like, you know, would this person be my friend? If you're a guy and you're watching a female streamer, there is a reason why almost every single female streamer, if you look at her clips, and now they delete them, and so it's not the case, but back in the day, every female streamer, her most popular clips would always be her getting up or sitting down. Because most of the people that are watching these girl streamers are guys that are lonely that want these girls to give them attention. That's the reason. And it's because it's a male-dominated space.
Yeah, that might be the saddest thing I've ever heard. Like, if you're actually out here watching female streamers, thinking you have a chance to sleep with them or something, I mean, we've gone through this, all right? Please get a life. Like, do anything else. Work on yourself. Get a hobby. Get a job. Find a real girl. It's just not a good way to spend your time. These streamers do not know you. They will not date you, no matter how many $5 donations you give them. And listen, there's no reason why a girl streamer cannot be equally funny and entertaining as a guy streamer. In fact, there's probably somebody in that VTubing bunch that is equally as talented. It's just she hasn't really heard of them or anything.
So if you want to have big female streamers and you want to have content creators that are female, that are the size of Kai or Speed, what you need to do is you need to introduce more women into the live streaming environment. Because currently the content for that and like the narrow expectation that men want, men are looking for girls that are pretty. You can look at the top 100 male streamers and you're going to see a few Quasimodos. You can look at the top 100 female streamers and you're not going to see a single one that's below a 6. Every single one of them is going to be attractive. That's just the truth.
I feel like it was the truth before and probably still is the truth on Twitch, right? I mean, if Twitch, the homepage is filled with a bunch of booties, right? Obviously, it's going to be flooded with a bunch of guys trying to watch that shit, right? But if you come on something like YouTube, it's pretty split, you know? It's like there's going to be tons of girls on here, tons of guys on here, and they're not just looking for like a good-looking girl or whatever. They just want entertainment, right? Nobody really cares where you get it from. And can we stop pretending Twitch is a real place? If Twitch represents the real world, I think I'm just going to jump off a cliff, all right? I refuse to believe this world is filled with a bunch of degenerate gooning guys with like literally, I don't know, the CEO of Twitch is also like for like a Omega exposed gooner as well. And then these degenerate OF girls exploiting these desperate guys as well. Then he talks about some of the VTubers.
Now, the reason why VTubing I think is becoming a lot more popular is that number one is that it removes a lot of the physical element and it makes it to where this might sound kind of weird, but it's a weird thing where anime girls appeal to girls and guys, but actual girls usually just appeal to girls or guys, if that makes sense. Because if there's like a girl that's like very sexual or she's super attractive, you're going to have like a lot of like hater girl energy against her. And you see this, right? It's like mean girl behavior, etc. But the cute anime girls can capture both sides of the audience without anyone feeling insecure. So you can have guys that can imagine themselves as being in a relationship with this anime girl. I know, like, who would ever do that? And then on top of that, you could also have girls that are like, oh, this character's really cute and I like it. I think the best example was like Hatsune Miku or like another example where like a lot of girls like to copy it.
Okay, I don't know the psychology behind it. I don't know if this is actually the reason why it's so popular. My thinking was just that, hey, if someone is entertaining, they are entertaining. Doesn't matter if they show their face or whatever or use an avatar. Of course, there will be certain types of people watching VTubers the same way people watch female streamers hoping to date them or whatever. But there's also probably people just regularly viewing it as any other content. And correct me if I'm wrong, but in VTubing, there's a ton of popular male VTubers as well. I think in like Japan or something. So everyone is kind of doing it. It's not really a gendered thing at all. Of course, majority of them seem to be these sort of like anime girl type of figures. But yeah, Aswingle might have a point because a bunch of people are basically talking to these AI sort of chatbots, right? And that's where it gets super dystopian.
Let's take a look and let's see what the popular ones are. So VTuber, okay, and we're just going to search this right here. Suisse, 7.5 million chats. Nanners, 5 million chats. Look at all these 2 million chats. People love these VTubers, man. They're all about it. 422 million chats with Raiden Shogun. 126 million chats with Hu Tao.
Yeah, I was never really able to wrap my head around this, right? People talking to AI characters or chatbots or voices or whatever. It's just super, super weird, in my opinion, right? And it shows like society is kind of headed in the wrong direction, right? And, you know, if people use it as entertainment, that is completely fine. You know, if you're just messing around, you know it's AI and you know it's like, you're not genuinely trying to form a relationship with these AI characters and like you're still interacting with the real human beings over these, that's completely fine. But like, I don't know, some people get way too into these. They might be spending all day on them. They might genuinely think of these AI characters as their girlfriends or whatever. So that is obviously not good for your mental health, and you will probably be severely depressed at some point in your life and definitely need a therapist or something like that. So beware, all right? I'd say just stay away from any of these AI chatbots, all right? Even if you're curious, just don't bother, all right? Don't bother. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the second drama where Pokimane goes from sexism to racism now. Let's see which card actually works, guys. So basically, Kendrick Lamar played a song at the Super Bowl, and some people did not like it. And Pokimane says the only reason they didn't like it is because they're white people, which is weird.
With probably zero musical capabilities think that Kendrick Lamar didn't deserve the halftime show. What? What do you mean? Like, sure, we could sit here all day and be like, oh, I actually think this artist deserved it. What? Only white people hated it. I didn't want to say it. As a white passing person, I didn't want to say that. But you saying that and me repeating that message, I'm just going to let that sit. Okay, you know what pissed me off the most, respectfully, too? The people that I saw with this take the most were white men. Ain't nothing wrong with being a white man. That's not the point. My point is that, you know, I feel like if you watched his performance and really took it in, you'd be like, there are some underlying messages that the performance is trying to convey, especially during Black History Month. So you sitting there, again, respectfully, whatever, being like, oh, I don't think he deserved it. It's just like, stop, please, please. Please stop. Please. Please. Shh. Arrête. Please arrête. And if you don't know what that means stop in French. Now you know. Et les Français, ils savent ce que je veux dire. Ils disent aussi, arrête.
Okay, actual question. Why is she doing like a TikTok dance while saying this whole speech? Like, what is that body language? She must be infected from some TikTok mind virus because she can't even say anything without doing a goddamn TikTok dance, bro. What kind of cringe is this shit, dude? Dude, I'm so sorry if you're watching this on the TV or whatever and your parents walked in and they think you're watching this TikTok girl doing a dance or some shit, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you got disowned right there. But yeah, as for the song, I think it's okay to not like a song without being accused of being racist. That just makes zero sense to me, to turn a simple opinion like that into an actual race war. Like, sure, there's probably racist people who just don't like Kendrick, but also, are you not allowed to give your opinion on music? What the heck is going on here? Like, are you forced to like his music, otherwise you're a racist? I don't know, it's just so exhausting to look at the world in this way, where every little situation is some form of discrimination and prejudice. Like, no, it's just normal people just giving their opinion on something. Why are you perceiving it in a racist manner? Now, I tried to look at the quote tweets, and the first one, Pokimane, as a white passing person. And I'm not going to play this clip for obvious reasons, but this is the one clip of Pokimane that keeps getting posted all over the internet. It's her saying the N-word, but yeah, I don't know. Now, it turns out XQC has also responded to Pokimane's take here.
I feel like if you watched his performance and really took it in, you'd be like, there are some underlying messages that the performance is trying to convey, especially...
What's the message? Guys, as some people say, what's the message? On Twitter? I agree. What's the message? Explain.
Being like, oh, I don't think he deserved it.
If you make a point and without really any modicum of evidence, you jump to the conclusion that some criticism is unfair because of skin color, and then say, oh, another criticism, you don't understand it, and on top of that, it's Black History Month, to be more accepting. I gotta be honest with you. That's not gonna fly. I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't really matter what month it is, what year it is. I don't care what day of the week it is, okay? You cannot just say that, oh, dude, you should understand this more because it's Black History Month. Brother, it's a live performance. Like, bro, like, what are we saying here? The point of a halftime show isn't to give the world some puzzle to figure out and to guys, let me put down my beer and my peanuts. I'm at the bar right now. It's really fucking loud. Everybody's chanting some shit. Go Eagles, go bum. Oh shit, I'm gonna put down the beer and my peanuts. Put that aside. Let me try to work on this puzzle right now. What does he mean by this?
Okay, so to those of you who can actually understand what XQC says, hopefully that made sense to you. Honestly, I think both of them are dumber than a sack of rocks, but I still prefer XQC's take here. Like, he doesn't immediately jump to racism, so yeah, I prefer that take, I guess. But yeah, it never surprises me how much a multi-millionaire Pokimane will try to find a bajillion ways to call out some sort of injustice or play victim somehow, make other people victims, just divide people more and more, make yourself look like a good person, so try to preach to other people like every single time. Every drama, like all throughout the years, can be summed up through this one thing of her trying to act like she's better than other people, you know? And it literally never works. People always see through the bullshit, and people do not like her fake persona. Now, moving on to the final beef between XQC and Pokimane. Basically, if you remember a while back, XQC got a $100 million deal to stream on Kick, but Pokimane does not believe those numbers. Apparently, nobody can earn more than Queen Pokimane.
The, like, ranges I can confirm are like 1 to 20 million.
Wow.
Anything beyond that, I'm like, I've seen certain headlines, but I cannot confirm.
Yeah, there was a headline about XQC getting $100 million
Yeah,
from Kick.
but I've heard different things behind the scenes. You also don't know, oh, is part of that 100 million like equity?
Bro, I think they're still pushing that. Man, I honestly, I don't really get it much. I don't get it much. It is what it is.
Is
equity
it
in
paid in
Kick,
different
yeah.
ways? Was it actually 100, or was it just a headline that makes everybody look good so nobody refutes it? I really cannot confirm or deny.
But you can confirm you've seen between $1 and $20 million of those exclusive contracts.
Which is freaking insane. And also, I'm talking about contracts.
So basically, what you're saying is that the Ninja 40 mil is also fake then. Surely, right? Because Ninja was at what, 40 mil, I think, or 30? So I'm guessing that that's also fake. He probably had some equity or some peanuts. What did he have? What else? What did he have? Oh, because if 20 mil is the bar, and you never heard about 40 mil, I thought everybody heard 30 mil, no? She's something behind the scenes. I am just wondering what that is. Like, what does behind the scenes mean? I know what these people want. Like, do they want like some official like bank stamped like wire like pay slip or something like that? Do they want like a monthly pay slip? I mean, that's whatever. I mean, people already know how much it is, like for the 2 years, whatever. I mean, what do I have to show pay slip and then what? I want some guarantee that if I show a pay slip, then this fucking misinformation like bullshit stops. That's all I want. That's all I want. Because
dude, literally, who cares? These, oh my god, these Omega rich people yapping about, oh, it was actually 50 million or 100, bro, who actually cares? This is the most out of touch debate I've ever seen in my entire life. Pokimane like, well, XQC actually didn't get $100 million. It was probably like 20 million. Oh, it might have been equity. And then we have XQC. Well, actually, I can prove I got $100 million. Just look at my contract. I'm actually very rich, guys. What kind of a ridiculous, a cringe ego war actually is this? Is there really any difference between 20 mil and 100 mil? Come on. At that point, you just walk into a store, buy whatever the hell you want, except like a yacht or a private jet. I guess that's like the only difference there. But the fact that they're actually beefing over this, like sneak dissing each other on podcasts and stuff, is so incredibly cringe. Like, imagine how big your ego must be, where this is one of the problems you have. Meanwhile, can you imagine their viewers watching this, like living paycheck to paycheck, having to listen to these bozos argue over this? And the saddest part is that some of them are probably completely broke, and then they still waste their times going on these streams defending their respective streamer. Like, well, actually, I gotta defend Pokimane here because 1, she's my queen, and 2, she probably has insider knowledge of streamer contracts. And then on the other side, well, no, I must defend XQC. I'm a juicer. He's very rich. I know XQC would never lie to me. He showed me his bank account, actually. What a stupid, out-of-touch conversation that nobody should care about. These people do not deserve 100 million. I don't know what they actually earned or whatever. I don't care. They're overpaid as shit. I don't care how many people you entertain. If this is how you spend your days arguing over multi-million-dollar contracts, it's just sad. By the way, for the people who only watch this channel, I have actually returned on the main channel after an entire year-long break. We have variety content. We got face cam videos. Look at that absolute giga chat. Okay. New video going up tomorrow. Hopefully hopefully you enjoy. Please show your support so that I don't cry and leave for another year, guys. Anyways, that's it for the drama. Click this video for, I don't know, free ice cream. I can't deliver it though. It's kind of, go get yourself some ice cream. Okay, that won't be free, would it? Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.